Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. We have several charts we're going to take a look at quickly. For those of you who are not aware, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to make videos every single day, but I will continue to try to do so you can have up-to-date information. But when I'm unable to make videos, I do update the blog daily. So you can go to pulsescan.blogspot.com and you'll be able to see more commentary on the blog. I do the chart analysis there and post it on the blog, along with a lot of other research and things of that nature. We got the bad news in the mail yesterday of my wife with her labs, and she has been diagnosed with lupus and some other underlying autoimmune disease issues. So my time is being spent taking care of my wife and our children, so I have a little bit less time to do videos. Not to mention, I have clients that I trade for, so that is where my time is divided. But I want to also inform everyone that if you go to the blog and look at the commentary for whatever security is on there, it gives you the weekly buy and sell signals. The weekly buy and sell signals are as follows. The weekly buy and sell signals will look a little something like this. When you go to the blog, and I'll show you, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. And I'll move this over here so you can see it. Alright. Example, this one right here says crude oil futures, and it gives the date that it was posted. And when you read underneath, like for instance, it says the Vulcan Report review of crude oil futures as of Tuesday, July the 26th, right? That means that's based on what the market did for that day, and it's based on up until the close of that trading session. If you scroll down, if you read through the analysis, when you get down to where it says intraday price projections and weekly pulse wave price projections, those are your buy and sell signals, and it's very simple. On the intraday, where it says resistance 99.85, support 98.75, is very simple. You go long at 99.85, you sell short at 98.75, using the opposite trigger as your stop loss. So if you were going to buy the crude oil at 99.85, you put your stop at 98.75, and you also put in a sell short ticket at 98.75, using your 99.85 as your stop. Likewise with the weekly pulse wave price projections. Again, on this one it says 99.21 to the upside and 94.53 to the bottom side. If the market's already trading above the pulse wave breakout, that means you missed the buy signal, and that it tells you what that buy trigger was, which was 99.21. However, what you can do is you can put in the sell short ticket at the 94.53 and wait for the market to come in and trigger you, and use the 99.21 as your stop. Be mindful, because it's based on weekly bars, weekly charts, that your ranges can be significant. It just depends on the volatility in the market. So money management is important. So you'll be risking five points on this one right here, and on the big crude oil futures contract, that's a $5,000 stop. Okay, so make sure you have enough to cover that. Also on the intraday, same thing. All right, just depends on the volatility in the market. All right, so that's pretty much it. So basically what you're getting when you go to the blog is you're getting the entry points, you're getting the buy and sell signals. It's really that simple. Now, obviously, I don't post every day, but I do try to post at least on between Sunday and Monday, so that you have those weekly price projections, so you can at least use that and possibly make some money. The only thing that's better than that, of course, is signing up for the trade room. And right now, for Wide Awake Radio listeners, you're getting a free 30-day trial into the trading room. In the trading room, you get real-time live analysis of the markets and timing and entries and all that good stuff. There's also training manuals and trading tutorial videos teaching you about the markets, how we analyze the markets, and how to use the system, generated signals and things of that nature. So you get a lot. It's a lot in there. So for $50 a week after the 30-day trial, you still have access to all that information. Not to mention you have the camaraderie of the trading room from people from all over the planet. You get support and you get camaraderie. Trading can be a very lonely business, so having camaraderie is very important, and having people you can bounce ideas off and things of that nature. All right, so the 30-day free trial will expire on August the 22nd. Okay, so the free trial will expire on August the 22nd. So you want to hurry up and get in there. Shoot me an email at polscan72@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you and send you the information so that you can enter into the trading room. All right, moving along. So that's how you read the charts on the blog, okay, as far as entries and exits and timing. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. Ticker symbol is SPY. It's the S&P 500 ETF. All right. As of yesterday, we did have some strong bids going into the close, even though we did manage to close down about 75 cents. We do have a steady upward pattern right here. These last three bars, okay, it's still showing that we have bullish momentum in the market. We did not sell off and close below any support levels. Our swing VIX reading is a positive 16, so we still have a lot more upside to go before we get into any overbought or resistance areas. As far as trend strength, technically speaking, because we did not hit a higher high that we closed above, the last one was here. We are considered consolidated right now. We do have intraday price projections for Tuesday at 134.56 as far as resistance, and support at 133.09. Obviously, the system would take long positions at 134.56 and sell short at 133.09. Obviously, if the system goes long at 134.56, it would use the 133.09 as its stop and reverse. Okay. Our weekly post-wave price projections for the S&P 500 ETF, ticker SPY, is 133.22. Okay, and we are trading above that, so we see that last post-wave breakout. We're hovering around that, using that last breakout as support. And the weekly post-wave support is at 129.63, which we do anticipate that should hold if we're going to gather more upward momentum there. As far as our 12 to 18 month price projection target, that will be $170.07 on the S&P 500 ETF. As far as volatility, we did close below the upper band by 31%, and we do expect for the upward trend in prices to continue, even with a short-term pullback inside of the volatility band. Okay. Moving on to the NASDAQ, we're going to look at ticker symbol QQQ. The NASDAQ chart pattern has shown a lot more strength in the S&P and the Dow. As you can see here, we're still in the upward channel. Okay. We had some strong bids going into the close, and prices did close higher than they opened, even though we were off about 12 cents on the Qs. We have a pulse scan swing VIX of 35.83, so we are hitting resistance area, but we are not overbought. Looking at our intraday price projections, we have 59.85 as resistance and 58.98 as support. System would look to go long at 59.85, sell short at 58.98. Weekly pulse wave resistance is at 58.34, which we did manage to break out, and we have the support at 56.87. Obviously, the system would reverse the long position and go short at the weekly pulse wave 56.87, or the intraday pulse wave of 58.98. As for volatility, we have a high volatility alert issued for the QQQ. We do see that we close below the upper band by 15.9%, but we do expect the short-term prices to continue to trend upward. All right, but we do have a high volatility alert for the NASDAQ for Tuesday's trading. All right, let's finish off with another interesting one. This one is corn. Corn is used in just about everything from foods to things that we use. Very interesting. But as you can see, we're trading below the KUMO cloud here. All right, but we're above the long-term period support. That is long-term bullish, but short-term bearish. We expect sideways to lower prices within the next 3 to 5 days, or until we can get above the KUMO cloud. Okay. Now we did have a long lower shadow, and this is typically a bullish signal, particularly when it occurs near a low price level, such as a support. It just looks like what we're trying to do here. We do have a pulse reading of 22. All right, positive 22. So we still have some upside that we can go. Nowhere near overbought yet, or resistance. The resistance won't come into play until 29, a reading of 29. As far as the market trend, though, the uptrend is still intact with prices holding above the trend, the long-term trend line at 586 3/4. All right, so we're slightly bearish. Intraday resistance is at 680.42. Okay, system would look to take a long position at that point. We have intraday support is going to be at 671. We'll say 671 even. Okay, system will look to get short there on an intraday basis. Weekly post wave is at 703 3/4. System will look to take a long position there, and our weekly support is at 666 1/4. System will look to go short there. Okay, and of course, everyone's wondering about gold and silver. Let's take a look at silver quickly first. If we have time, we'll hit the gold. Silver, unfortunately, we're down about 12 cents right now. We have a spinning top formation right now that's developing, and this is a session where there's little price action. Is defined by the difference between the open and the close. And during a rally or near new highs, a spinning top can be a sign that prices are losing momentum and that the bulls may be in trouble. Those of you who are members of the Black Ops Trading Room already know what that means. You know that inside the KUMO cloud, we call it the KUMO cloud of death, you cannot trust price action. Price action likes to run up near the KUMO resistance and KUMO support. And you're directionless, you're trendless at this point. So you have a neutral trend, hence the question mark in the bottom right-hand side of the chart. We have a pulse reading of 34.28, which is resistance, but not overbought just yet. And again, we're in the KUMO. We need a close above 41.06 to resume a bullish trend, and a close below 36.01 would suggest a continuation of a bearish trend in the silver. Our intraday price projections is 40.61 to the top side and 40.14 to the downside. So you would look to take a long position at 40.61 and a short position at 40.14. However, I must caution you, at the Black Ops Trading Room, we do not trade the KUMO cloud. Any price action inside the cloud, we do not trade. All right, we stand aside. Weekly pulse wave is at 40.88, and support is at 38.21. And last but not least, taking a look at the gold futures. Gold futures is just slightly different. As you know, that's been in a very strong uptrend, but we did start a downtrend channel even though prices have not caught up with the swing VIX yet. We have a swing VIX of 39, which is almost at the overbought level, and we have our weekly pulse wave at 1610.70 and support at 1581.10. Intraday resistance at 1617 1/4 and support 1607.30. So system would be long above, short below. We do have a 12 to 18 month price target on the gold right now at $2,093, and we did close below the upper volatility band by 20%, but we expect the upward trend to continue even with a short-term pullback inside the bands. So that's all we have time for. Remember, take what you can, give nothing back.